Sometimes it is good to be an orphan, a total orphan, yeah, than to have both parents that care less about you. My relationship with my father was not that good. Yeah, I don't know what I did wrong, and I don't know what the problem was. Yeah, because of the out of the eight of us, he used to be against me. If at that time I would been asked like, what will you do to your dad? What do you prefer to do doing to your dad? I would have said that I prefer him dead. Yeah, and I struggled so hard to forgive him. I really struggled. It took a lot. I took the hands of a lot counseling and the involvement of a lot of people for me just to let my dad be. Yes.
How long did it take you to let it go?
Over 10 years. Over 10 years. Yeah. Since I forgave my dad is less than 10 years ago. Yeah.
During that process of forgiveness, did you guys try to understand why he had to hate you at that passion?
No. Well, there is something called knowing God, being born again. Yeah? And at the children's home, we were preached to, we were told the Christian virtues, we were taught forgiveness. You get that? And sometimes we forgive unconditionally. I don't want to know whether he was wrong or I was wrong. I don't want to know why he was doing all that to me. All that I wanted is just to forgive him, because unforgiveness is like cancer. If I don't forgive and I'm holding it, it will end up killing me. So I wanted to be free. I so had to forgive him unconditionally. Yeah, so I went home after finishing my Form 4. I went home through the help of my late dad George, may he rest in peace. And I went home and I met my parents. And I was like, Dad, hi, mko poa? And we shared a moment. And that evening, I was like, Dad, I am sincerely sorry. Please forgive me. Instead of waiting for him to forgive, as in to ask forgiveness, I did that. I swallowed my pride and I asked him for forgiveness.
All this time, there is no single day that he took his time to look for you.
There was no contact. Ever since I joined that children's home, nobody visited me from my family, not even one person. But I thank God because I had found a new family.
Reason being?
I don't know. Families are very complicated, my dear. Families are very complicated. And like for the family I come from, people are not that, like if you may ask me, well, the late George, that is my dad, Dr. Dad, was a friend to my younger brother. Yeah, that George, the founder of that organization, that children's home, was a friend to my younger brother. And the process was done through local arrangement. You get it, But for me, I was so much happy. I was happy to be taken by George. I was so happy that I was leaving everyone behind and just go, yeah. Because sometimes a peace of mind is important than a family. You get that, Sometimes all we need is just a place where you can lay your head and you sleep. At least you relax, Because a children's home cannot be compared by a home surrounded by great multitude of violence. You get it? Yeah. So a children's home was the best option, and it saved me. Yeah, it was the best place.
You've talked about undergoing several challenges while there. What exactly happened?
At the children's home, that children's home was not a very stable one. You get it? It was a Korogocho-based children's home, Tumaini, for children, yeah? And there were challenges like lack of food, clothing. Yeah, we were so many, and the food that sometimes was being provided wasn't enough for all of us. Yeah, but I chose to stay. I chose to go to bed without having eaten anything, but at least at peace. You get that, yeah. So we equally struggled at the children's home because this organization did not have an income generating activity to depend on. Yeah, we were depending on well-wishers. And now well-wishers are not always there. Yeah, when they come today, maybe they'll come again after some time. Get that? Yeah, and so this exposed us to struggle in hunger, lack of clothes. Also school. I was never after finishing my class 8, that is my primary level. Yeah, the home was not able to take me to high school, so it came through the grace of someone else, a third party. Yeah, so that's how it is. But depending on that children's home, I couldn't afford the little education that I managed.
Being that you've tasted both lives.
Well, there is one thing that I tell myself, that regardless the extent of poverty at home, yeah, I'll always hug my kids and tell them that I love you, because hugging them and telling them that I love you is much more better than presenting them a plate of food. You get that? That assurity that my dad loves me, he cares for me. Yeah, because without that, then a children's home is much better. Because at a children's home, someone will come from their home from across the sea. They'll come and embrace you and hug you and tell you that we are here for you and we love you. You get it? Yeah? So you cannot compare. In a violent home cannot be compared with a children's home. A children's home is much more better. Yeah. So regardless the extent of poverty at home, always embrace your children. Tell them that you love them. Only that I love you. Even if you haven't paid their school fee, you haven't catered for their, as in, bought them anything, name it. Eh? As long as they are convinced that my dad loves me, then that is a happy family. Yeah.
Now, Kennedy, I would like you to tell us, how did you start this organization of supporting the orphans? What triggered that?
At the children's home, the late George used to speak to us, used to motivate us, to mentor us, counsel us. Eh? And at a point came when I got convicted that I'm not the only one who has undergone this situation. People have gone through it before me, and people will go through it at some point. Some people, that is, if nothing is done today. And so I was like, no, I got convicted, and I was like, no, I want to be the change. Yeah? I want to be there just to hug the kids that are missing that hug back at home, because I know there are many. Through Hands of Help, we're able to get so many kids that don't even want to be treated with their fathers, their parents. Yeah, so my case is not a unique one. Yeah, so with that conviction, I had to go. I began by buying pencils, 2 pencils, 3 pencils. Then I'll go to that slum and at least give one child. Yeah, hug them and give them that pencil. Tell them that no, we love you and you are so special. Only that, and through that, we've been able to impact over 78 lives. Yeah.
The worst case that you've dealt with?
In this era, a girl child using a piece of paper during her menstrual cycle. Yeah, and it is not that her dad or mom is not able to afford sanitary towel. No, it is because the dad, the mom, the dad don't want to share with her. You get it? Yeah.
We are about to wrap up, and I would like you to give an advice to, especially to families, and most importantly, parents who are not like being close to their kids. What kind of an advice can you give them? And for the victims of this issue, what can you tell them?
Well, I want to begin by parents. Yeah. If you want a conducive environment, if you want to, as in, to be proud of your children, if you want your children to be proud of you, to mention your name wherever they go, yeah, please give them a heaven at home. Please be there for them. Just show them love. Yeah, show them love. Just let them understand that you care and you love them. And for children that have gone through assault, abuse, physical abuse, or any other form of abuse, I want to tell them that you don't just let it, you don't just you don't revenge. You get it, yeah? Sometimes it is good just to let it go, because if you are determined on making it in life, you can still make it despite of what you underwent when you were growing up, despite of the kind of treatment that you have been exposed to, you are still able to make it and become very big in life, so it doesn't depend on the family you come from, on how you are raised, and the privileges that you are exposed to. You can still make it with the right attitude, determination, and all that. Know that you're not alone, because people are going through issues, and some of them, just like myself, have come out successfully. So anybody else can do that. Yes.